Our anniversaries had always been understated. No extravagant parties, no showy gifts, just us, a quiet dinner home, and the familiar comfort routines we had built together over the years. This year, I planned a simple evening, candles flickering on the table, her favorite wine poured into glasses, soft music murmuring in the background. But Emily was different tonight. There was a distance in her smile, a subtle chill beneath the casual words she spoke as she entered the dining room. I tried to dismiss it at first, telling myself I was imagining things. After all, we had weathered countless anniversaries before. Moments of tension always came and went. Then she said it calmly, almost like commenting on the weather. "You know," she began, swirling her wine glass, "my next marriage will be better." The words lingered, sudden and cold, like a gust of wind through the room. I froze, not from shock, but to measure their weight. Every heartbeat stretched in time. Shadows seemed to deepen around us. I smiled, small and controlled, careful not to betray the storm building inside me. "Good," I said softly, my tone light neutral, belying the tempest brewing beneath. Emily blinked, expecting outrage, tears, or protest. But my reaction was none of those things. She leaned back, uncertain, puzzled by the calm in my eyes. She had anticipated confrontation, a fight, maybe an admission of hurt. Instead, she found quiet, steady acceptance. I remembered everything. Every subtle betrayal, every small lie, every moment I had excused or ignored. I recalled how easily she had dismissed my feelings over the years, how she manipulated circumstances to suit her desires while maintaining a flawless, pleasant facade. Tonight was no different. Her words were careless, almost thoughtless, but I knew the intent. I continued setting the table, pouring wine with deliberate, precise movements. Emily watched, a flicker of uncertainty crossing her face, but she said nothing. I had given her one of the most potent responses possible. Silent control, patience masking the storm, letting her words meet their consequences, but not yet in anger. The night had begun with a simple remark, a casual statement. But for me, it signaled a turning point. Every action, every word, every smile from now on would be measured. In that smile, she didn't realize, lay the start of a reckoning she had brought on herself. Dinner began. Emily tried to maintain her usual casual demeanor, but something had shifted. Her laughter felt lighter, forced almost, and she kept glancing at me, searching for anger or jealousy. All she received was quiet observation, patience wrapped in a calm smile. I noticed the details immediately. The nervous twirl of her wine glass, the subtle hesitation in her voice when commenting on trivial matters, the way her eyes darted toward framed photos of our past anniversaries. Each small gesture revealed a story she wasn't ready to admit. Regret, fear, maybe guilt. Halfway through the meal, I asked lightly, as if it were casual, "So, what makes you think your next marriage will be better?" Emily froze, fork suspended midair. I don't know," she murmured, voice shaky. "I just feel maybe I'll be with someone who understands me better." I nodded slowly, taking a bite of my dinner, masking the flood of thoughts racing through me. That was the truth she hadn't spoken outright, but revealed with her careless words. Her mind had wandered, imagining another life, another partner, while we sat celebrating what should have been our day. I smiled again, quietly, letting her words sink in. "Good," I said once more. "I hope you find what you're looking for." Emily's eyes widened. She hadn't expected that. She had anticipated confrontation, perhaps tears or pleading, but instead she met calm control, the kind that exposes, unsettles, and leaves one uncertain. Her confidence faltered, panic flickered across her face. I began recounting stories, small, seemingly mundane recollections of our life together, moments when she had dismissed me, overlooked my efforts, manipulated situations for her own gain. I spoke not with anger, but with clarity, like a ledger of our years. Each memory laid bare the reality she had ignored. By the end of dinner, Emily was visibly unsettled. The room was heavy with tension, pressing on the chest, impossible to ignore. I realized something powerful. Her casual remark about a future marriage had sparked a reckoning. She hadn't understood it yet, but she would. After dinner, we moved to the living room. I poured 2 more glasses of wine, placing them deliberately on the table. Emily sat rigid on the couch, hands clasped, eyes flicking toward me, searching for anger, but found none, only quiet, measured presence. My smile was a shield, a statement, and a promise all at once. Do you really think someone else would understand you better? I asked softly, neutral, almost casual. Emily hesitated, swallowing hard. I guess so, she whispered. She hadn't expected to say it aloud. Now that she had, the reality hit differently than she imagined. I leaned back, maintaining calm, letting the silence stretch. That silence carried more weight than any argument could, forcing reflection, reconsideration, and the tension of unforeseen consequences. I began recounting more moments from our relationship. Times she had dismissed me, ignored my needs, or spoken thoughtlessly. I did it gently, without raising my voice, but with precision. Each memory reflected her choices, her disregard, her failure to appreciate what we had. Emily's lips parted. For the first time that evening, genuine fear flickered in her eyes. The fantasy she had imagined, the thrill of desiring something new while still having me, began to crumble. Her careless remark about a future marriage had unleashed a mirror she wasn't ready to face. I smiled softly again. I hope your next marriage is everything you imagine, I said. Calm words, but heavy, pressing like a quiet storm. She didn't respond. She couldn't. She sat tense, exposed, forced to confront the consequences of a careless statement, a fleeting fantasy. By night's end, Emily understood something vital. Words spoken lightly carry profound weight, and controlled patience can reveal truths far more sharply than confrontation ever could. I had smiled when she said it, not a smile of simple acceptance, but full awareness, complete control, and the ability to let reality do its work. She had thought she was testing boundaries, creating excitement, exploring desires. In truth, she had only revealed imbalance in her choices. And I had smiled calmly as the night quietly, irreversibly shifted.